Welcome to Night Readings. I'm Jill St. Thomas, and I'm going to be reading from my series, The Stephanie Barreau Chronicles. For anyone that wants to read along, or just fall asleep, or just have a peaceful moment, you can follow along too if you want on Kindle or Barnes & Noble. You can also listen to the soundtrack, as every chapter is named after a song that either had to do with the dialogue or the energy of the chapter. You have to scan this QR code in the book. In the ebooks, all of the chapter titles are live. Just click on them and you can hear the music while you're reading, or you can go to my YouTube page and you can actually find the chapter title playlist for each book. And you can listen to it, you can download it, you can vacuum to it, whatever you like. We're going to start with A Walk in the Park. We're going to start with chapter 1. Chapter 1, part 1. Slip into something. Waking to a cacophony of bird and monkey sounds, the new norm, she waits in exact silence, not moving or blinking, to be sure, then yells, "They're coming." Everyone runs. Torn from sleep, this group of 8 women sticks together with great purpose. It's an ideal time for an ambush, and they need the strength of their numbers if they hope to survive. Pushing through the underbrush, they know what to do. They've gone through this scenario so many times. Delta, their leader, takes them further into the jungle. Only the sound of their feet weighing on the leaves behind is heard, followed by an eerie gust of wind coming from above. It's not a storm. It's worse than a storm. Storms pass in the night like the angst of teenager tempests on the shores. Storms are welcome. They're the only time of rest. But there is no truce here. Struggling to keep up, pushing themselves, not allowing panic to take hold. A roar like thunder grips their hearts. Get to the river mouth. The elation is immediately overcome by a foul smell, and Delta whispers to herself, "This is new." Running full out, away from the now gagging odor and the sound of rushing wind, just a quarter mile more, we can make it, she says to herself. Panic increases her reflexes in each step, but she feels the brutal wind and it smells of doom and death, filling them all with despair. At the vast expanse of the river, she skirts along the shrunken banks, cautious to stay under cover. The rains haven't started yet, and the water's quite manageable. Not far to go, panting and bent from exertion, beads of sweat laying on their skin. It's unnerving how little she knows about each one of them, yet it doesn't matter, as she looks from one woman to the next, wondering how she could possibly explain this to anyone outside. The comfort and strength they give each other, and most importantly, the hope they share. This bond is all they have. Pulling dry reeds from the ground, snapping the roots off anxiously, they wade in. Moving slowly towards a small, densely treed island in the middle of the current, not more than 15 feet from shore, they carefully scan for signs of predators. Any wake or dark shadow in the water could be a problem, for the only weapons they have are the sharpened sticks they carry. Once high waist, the women swim, reeds in mouth, like dogs retrieving sticks, determined not to disturb the surface, each stroke an eternity, as a second loud roar careens towards them from behind. Mouths closed tightly around the reeds, they supplicate themselves into the water, protected only by the canopy of the thick mango branches above. Eyes wide, they slip into the murky water. A Walk in the Park. Join me for my next nighttime reading. Thanks for being with me.